Hey everybody, Scarpad from Scarpad's Comic Treks coming at you for a special unboxing video, one I've been waiting to do for a long time. The Wave 8 Megos are in! The Megos are in! Finally, after about a year, I ordered these from Frank Rojo, my man Frank Rojo. Absolute Retro about a year ago, paid for them. And of course, then we went through endless delays, postponing by Mego themselves. But I understand it was worth it because some of the early versions of these were a little lackluster and people got worried. And then, of course, the virus hit, delayed them coming from China even longer. But to no ado, they are here. They literally dropped on my front doorstep today, Sunday. I was sitting inside listening for the mailman to deliver the packages. I don't know what they were, but I did hear a gigantic thud as I saw the mailman drop them from about 5 feet off the ground. Fortunately, Frank wraps these things really well, so I doubt they'll be damaged at all. They're double boxed in packing peanuts and wrapped in bubble wrap. So, and then with another box the same. So Frank does an excellent job. If you ever need to get any Megos from anybody, get them from Frank. He has good prices, and he really does a great job. A fast and great job at delivering them. So, without further ado, let's look at Wave 8 of Mego. I just opened the boxes themselves just so I wouldn't have to spend an hour doing that, but I have not looked at these figures. So, let's have a look at all the figures that came out in Wave 8. And it was a diverse wave with a lot of horror figures, some TV figures, and so forth. Oh, look at this. Now, this guy was worried about whether this was going to come out. Some of the early prototypes of this figure wasn't great. So here it is, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This is Mr. Hyde. There he is. Oh, and they did an excellent job with the sculpt here. Let's see if we can get it out of the light. Look at that sculpt. And there's the costume that he's in, and he has a top hat as an accessory right down here. And they do, Mego does excellent jobs on the packaging. I hate to even open these, of course I will, but the packaging is fantastic. And this is the back. Really nice. Really nice. 14 points of articulation. Let's have a look and see who did the sculpt on this. Looks like a consultant was Dr. Mego. Sculptors were Ron Gearing and seamstress Rachel Baker. Rachel Baker is a superstar in the Mego community. She does a lot of these, and she does an excellent job. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in the horror line. Really nice. Okay, in the legend line, and of course you guys will have to admit he was a legend, it's Stan Lee. Now, I have mixed feelings about this Stan Lee figure. I think the costume is really nice, but I think Stan looks a little bit more like Charles Grodin here. But I'm not really complaining. I think it's a nice figure. It's a nice likeness. I mean, you got to realize these figures at Mego, you can get for like between $12 and $14 with the outfits. And I mean, for that money, you really can't complain. It's a fantastic figure. Stan Lee. On the back, we got Stan. And I think that's his entertainment corporation. So let's see. This is with special thanks to freelancing Jason Young, sculptor Scott Finster, and seamstress, once again, Rachel Baker. Delivering that leisure look there, the Stan Lee. Not sure why he's rated 17 plus up here. Really nice. Okay, the Star Trek line expands. Well, this is Jean-Luc Picard. Now, this is the first Star Trek The Next Generation figure they've attempted. They've had the original series for a while now. I think they did a pretty good job. The original sculpt on his head I wasn't crazy with. This one, he does look a little like he's a little constipated. But I think they got the image of JeanLuc Picard. And after all, he is an android now, right? Um, they did a pretty good job with his face. It's pretty good likeness. I'm happy with it. Uh, there's the uniform. Now, if you notice in the back of this, well, Data's also coming out. He'll be in this box, but you notice they got Q over here. So it'll be interesting to see when and if we get a Q. He's on the box. I'm assuming he's coming. So it's nice to see the Star Trek line continue and get a little more diverse. They put out 15 million different variants on Kirk and Spock. So it's nice that we get a JeanLuc Picard. It looks like he comes with a utility belt, and it looks like he has a communicator and a phaser stuck up in there. See what else we got here. Part of the horror line. This one, the original prototype, I didn't like at all because he seemed like he was kind of skinny. But I think they fixed it up, gave him a little bit more bulk. Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the horror line. There he is in all his glory. Let's see if we can get a better look at his face. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I like the shirt and the tie. The shirt looks like a tablecloth. I like that. His hands, his pants, and of course what would be Leatherface without the chainsaw down there. Let's look at the back. Great artwork in the back. There's Marty, Mr. Mego himself. And let's have a look. Actually, I didn't look at this one just to tell you. On JeanLuc Picard, it looks like a consultant was Dr. Mego. Sculptors were Andy Koval, who's done a lot of them. And seamstress Rachel Baker. Seems like she's doing most of these. On Texas Chainsaw, we have Dr. Mego as consultant. Andy Koval as sculptor. And once again, Rachel Baker. She's been busy. And I think she knocked out of the park with this figure. Is there better versions of Leatherface out there? Sure, NECA has great figures and so forth, but, those figures are $30, $40. This is a $12 to $14 Mego. And, look at the face. Look at the stitching around the mask. Really, really nice. Okay, this guy got announced late, and he was a sub-in for, I forget who they canceled. I think there was going to be a Gandalf originally from Lord of the Rings, and they canceled Gandalf, and they put another horror line in. I'm not sold on this one. Actually, this is the guy I think looks like Charles Grodin. But I picked him up to be a completist. This is the Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter. And that's great artwork. You see, this guy looks like Charles Grodin to me. More than he looks like a Hannibal Lecter. So there he is in his blue suit. And of course, what would Hannibal be without the mask and the ropes? So it'll be interesting to see what this figure looks like when he's all decked out in his costume. This is sculptors as consultant Dr. Mego, sculptors Alex Ramirez, seamstress Rachel Baker, who's done most of these. And here's the back of the box. Mego Monsters. Okay. That's everything in that box. Let's go to box number 2. Of course, Frank includes his card. Thank you, Frank. From Absolute Retro. Great guy. I think this is my favorite figure of the Wave 8 in the horror line TV. And This is just dead on. I mean, I'm just astounded by what kind of quality you can get here for $12 to $14, because this is it's just fantastic. This is from the Twilight Zone series, the Candyman from the episode They Serve Man. It's a cookbook. Spoiler. This is the alien Candyman, and look at the face. Look at the original, who was played by Ted Cassidy of Addams Family fame, Lurch, and look at the face sculpt on that. It's dead on, dead on, and the costume is pretty neat too. Oh, and there's the book. That is my favorite of the line, I think, so far. And I hope they do more Twilight Zone figures. There's some good aliens. You got the Gremlin from 20,000 episode. You got Eye of the Beholder monsters. Twilight Zone is rife for doing figures if you pick certain and well-known ones, and they certainly did. And here's the back. From Another Galaxy. Great cover. And let's see. Dr. Mego consultant. Sean Sansom is a sculptor. And Rachel Baker. Let's give Sean Sansom an extra call out, because, I mean, this is just a phenomenal likeness. Phenomenal. I really like it. This one, well, I watched the movie and getting prepared for this. This is from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. This is Harold the Scarecrow. I think he did an okay job on this. Now, I watched the movie. The movie was pretty decent. It wasn't a bad flick. I think they tried to get the empty hole here in the stick. But I think they did a nice job in likeness. The face is pretty darn good. And the hair. I'm happy with that figure. And the Scarecrow look, and they got the middle empty look there with the pants. And look at the shoes. From the horror line now. Not a well-known figure, and they're probably a little late coming to the party with this, because I think that movie came out a couple of years back, but it's a nice figure. I'm pretty happy with the look of it. I like how his arm over here is looks like a Scarecrow arm. And this is the back of it. Harold the Scarecrow. And this is done by Dr. Mego consultant, Andy Covalt sculptor, and Rachel Baker, who seems to be doing all these costumes for these new Wave 8 Megos. That's a nice Mego. I think they did a great job with this one too. Yeah, I'm really happy. Wave 8, I tell you, people were bitching that they were late. People were bitching on the way that the prototypes looked, and the prototypes. I think Mego should not show prototypes. I think they do because people get anxious. They get waiting, and they want to see something before they commit their money. But sometimes the prototypes hurt them, I think, because it doesn't look like what ultimately comes out. But this is from the horror line, Reagan from The Exorcist. I think he did a great job in this. Look at the face. Linda Blair. Really good job on that, and the hair. And look at the outfit she's in. This would pair well if you could get her in a bed. I'm wondering if the head turns all the way around. I would imagine it does. 14 points of articulation. We'll have to wait until... this is screaming out for a bedroom diorama. A little pea soup coming out. Here's the back of it. Once again, great artwork. And Dr. Mego consultant, Sean Sansom sculptor, Rachel Baker outfit. Really nice, really good. Classic horror. Getting down to the last two, I believe. Now, this is the one I wanted for a long time. I'm happy with the way this came out. I would like to. Well, here's what I can tell you. This is from the 1957 movie The Fly, and here's the Fly, and in his lab coat, and I like his tie, and look at that fly head. Isn't that great? That's fantastic. He's well dressed Fly. I like the outfit. Now, here's the back of it. And let's see who we got. Just Dr. Mego, consultant, and Rachel Baker, seamstress. So, thank you, Dr. Mego. Now, here's what I want to see happen. And a few waves back, they came out with a flocked Wolfman, which was the Wolfman figure with the flocked hair. This figure's screaming out to get flocked. Get flocked! Motherflocker! Motherflocker. I want motherflocking fly. Say that 15 times fast. I want a motherflocking fly for Mego. Because can you imagine how this fly head would look with flocked hair on it? Come on, Dr. Mego. Flock me. Flock me good. But this is one of my favorite figures of the Wave 8. And finally, he knew he was coming because I said he would be. And that's Mr. Data. I think he did a nice job on Data's likeness here. Really good job. The outfit is nice with his belt, shoes. And this is the back. Once again, notice Q is over here. And it's going to be consultant Dr. Mego, Andy Kovault with the sculptor, and Rachel Baker doing the outfits. So that's Wave 8. I mean, I'm pumped. Wave 8 was a fantastic achievement for Mego. But there's one more thing. I didn't even know these were coming out. And when I heard these were coming out, I decided to pick them up because I wanted to see this. Now, let's see if I can get them open here. Well, I don't know. I should have opened this before the thing. But these came out, I guess, not too long ago. I didn't even know they were coming out. So when they did come out, I told Frank, hey, you got any more of these? I'll take a set. And he said he did. And he stuck them in the same box as Wave 8. And this is, I don't even know where you can buy these. From Frank, obviously, you can get them from Frank. So if you want a set, go ahead. But these are the mini monsters, and what they are is mini versions of some of the monsters that came out in the previous wave. And when they say they're mini, boy, are they mini. This is Nosferatu, and it's micro figures. And I love it because not only is it the figure, it's the packaging. They shrunk down the exact packaging. I'm not going to open these up. I'd love to get one and play with that figure. Maybe I will pick up one, but this is one of my favorite figures of a previous wave, Nosferatu, the vampire. And there he is in all his micro glory. And there's the back of the card. They did a hell of a job with these. And I hope you see more versions of these, of the figures in the micro size. The Pimp Dracula. Oh, the Velvet Pimp Dracula. In all his little micro glory. Let's see who else we have here. The Invisible Man, I thought for a second, did they leave the package deliberately empty? They probably should have. But there's the Invisible Man. And here's Frankenstein. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. Micro monsters, micro figures. Tops to Mego for these. That's really cool. I hope they make more of these. So Thank you, Frank, for getting these in the box for me. That's Wave 8, and a fantastic wave. A great job done by Mego. Now, what's coming next is 8-inch versions of the superheroes, DC superheroes. Back in the day, in the 70s, they had these out in cardboard boxes, and once again, these DC superheroes are coming out in a cardboard window box. Unfortunately, Mego has a deal with Meyer Superstores, which is a chain of stores located, I think, smack dab in the middle of the country, exclusive to those stores. So getting them is going to be kind of tough unless you have friends that live near Myers, or you want to pay ridiculous scalper money on eBay, which I won't do. Maybe I'll be able to get them some other way. But they're coming out with Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman for the first 3. And those are coming out sometime, I think, in October, November, but exclusive to Myers. So good luck hunting those down, and I hope they do well enough that they can expand them to, at least online ordering so we can get them and support Mego's DC efforts. But the Wave 8 is fantastic. I can't wait to see what's coming in Wave 9. I hope we get Q. I hope we get a couple more Star Trek figures. We still need McCoy and Sky to fill out the original line. I'd like to see some of the other characters. Some of the other monsters from the original Star Trek would be nice. I hope we get... we need a creature from the Black Lagoon. I mean, we need a creature from the Black Lagoon. So let's get that out. But that's been my look at Mego Wave 8. Thank you to Frank Rojo getting those to me as quickly as possible. And thank you for everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this first look at the Wave 8 Mego figures. Once again, as I always say, keep trekking, keep, reading, and have a good day. We'll catch you later. Make mine Mego, everybody.